Homecoming is a time for everyone coming together, not just reliving the past, but looking to the future.
And I remember coming with my parents when I was very young. And
what does homecoming mean to our community, the community of Terre Haute?
Well, I think it depends a lot on who you are. If you're a business person, it means lots of people coming into town and spending money. You know, so we have a lot of restaurants and bars and hotels that actually make an extra profit that weekend because there's so many extra people in town. You know, I think we have a lot of alums in town, so it's a time for them to connect back up with the university. And then there's a bunch of people who just say, oh, maybe I should just stay away from. But I think overall, the business community is happy that homecoming happens.
For the community, economically, homecoming is huge in you know, your revenue and hotels. Everybody wanted to do in the community was go to parade. And then it moved. What I think right now, what we have going for us is the tent city.
A large crowd that gathers down for the parade and then along the walk. And then
who participates?
I think that the activities leading up to next Saturday, you know, we start, you know, we have Torchlight Parade and you have all that stuff kind of building up to Saturday. I think that is mostly campus-wide.
Okay.
But Saturday, the parade, certainly, that parade is one of the biggest things. I mean, when I was a little girl, that was just a huge thing you did every homecoming. No matter your relationship to the university at all, you went to the homecoming
As
parade.
alumni returning, I would say the majority of the people returning are the Greek letter organizations. They have a strong presence out at Tent City, for instance. I would say that we're working very diligently to include all alumni and undergraduate groups.
There'll be people who think homecoming is not a good idea. But I wouldn't be surprised that there are more people from out of town participating than people. A lot of current students. I think historically, probably those that have been involved in sororities and fraternities while they were on campus participate more than others. I think the former football players maybe participate more than others because there's usually a football game, or there's always a football game.
What is the role of alumni?
I think that the alums who want to actively be engaged with the university, whether it's through athletic events or through clubs or colleges or departments, those are the people that are involved.
I'm going to start off by saying I wish we had more alumni come back for homecoming.
You know, financially and body-wise, being there, spread the good word. Alumni are ambassadors of an institution, and that alum's experience at the institution determines what kind of word that alum helps spread in the world about vaccine, what's changed. We have alums who come back and they come back and they see all this and they just go like, whoa, wow, this is pretty cool. The other thing that I find just humorous is we take a name and we stick it from, we pull it from one building and put it on some other building. So when an alum
and how do current students, faculty, and staff understand
The view is a little bit different than being a volunteer. Okay, as a volunteer, I always consider it an honor and a privilege to be engaged as a volunteer, and whatever the institution asks of you, you do. From a staff perspective, our main number one goal, besides being organized, making sure that the cars are in the right place for the parade and all the meetings are, as far as faculty correctly, look at it in a similar light. They become reflective during the time. I don't know that parents are that engaged in homecoming. I really wish that a lot of undergraduates would bring their parents to homecoming and they can see what the experience is. Get to know the alumni board members, the foundation board members, get to know the faculty and the staff people. You know, because every constituent undergraduate school is represented at the Tent City.
I think a lot of it is probably kind of word of mouth and kind of just being in the know and hearing other people talk and kind of, you know, reading or talking about it in
very
class.
Individual, but I know like the College of Arts and Sciences and College of Technology, all the different colleges and some departments have their own tents at Tent City, so that they encourage their alumni. There's really a huge number of people that are involved in some phase of it or another. With kind of our homecoming committee kind of trying to organize it all. So everything from membership in the parade.
What makes homecoming successful?
The cooperation with all the different groups. Obviously, good weather.
Lots of people being here, and good weather doesn't hurt. Winning a football game. But primarily, a successful homecoming is one where you get a lot of people. And
Homecoming really allows a person to really reconnect.
What's your favorite?
I probably like Tent City best because you can just kind of walk around and see lots of different people. I like the
I'd
place.
say probably the game in the tent city out there, and it was just a great place to gather. You've got barbecues going, and all of the colleges have their own things set up, and a chance for people maybe that graduated 10, 15, sometimes 20 and 30 years ago to come back and meet some of their own professors and meet up with some of their friends.
Homecoming is, coming home. I mean, if you stop and think about it, you quote, come home to where you spent, a lot of time in your formative years, and people, reconnect with friends from, you go back to a homecoming, or you're walking around Tent City and you run into someone you've not seen in 20 years.
Well, what's really nice about Tent City is that it blends the undergraduate experience with the graduate experience. It brings people back together.